guys, so this is like half a like maybe ghost story, half a like I almost died of fear, half like why I will never house sit for my neighbors again, or at least the neighbors that live across the street, not the ones who are like right next door. So when I was like, I don't even know, this was a couple years ago, so maybe like 13 or 14, my neighbors left town and they wanted me to house sit for them. I was like, sure, fine, it's whatever, like, no problem, like, you literally live right across the street. And I used to like go over there all the time, but I hadn't been in a really long time. And it's this lady and her daughter. Her daughter has never really moved out, and she's autistic, and she's like goth-ish, I guess, is the best way to put it. I don't know. So I agreed to house sit and everything, and they told me, like, you know, just make sure you don't go in this room, unless you need to like find the cat, just to make sure that the cat didn't get out. So I go over there, and every day it's kind of fine or whatever, and I go over one night and I walk in, and in the kitchen all the cupboards are like open and all the dishes are on the floor, like most of them broken. And I'm like, that's really weird, like they have a couple cats and like 2 dogs. I'm like, okay, logically the cat got into the cupboard, but the cupboards were like latched kind of, and the cat's not that big, so I didn't really, like, it wasn't super likely, but I was like, okay, whatever. So like I cleaned everything up and I went downstairs, and there was like, the dog had gotten into the garbage or something, so there was garbage all over the floor. I'm like, awesome. So I run back home and I grab our vacuum, because I don't know where theirs is, and I don't know how to work theirs, and I go back over and I'm vacuuming up, and like, it's just like kind of eerie and creepy. One whole wall is like windows, kind of like giant sliding glass windows, and then like windows all along the wall, and it like faces their backyard. And I'm like, okay, this is just creepy, just don't look out there because it's nighttime, so it's just like black. And I have an overactive imagination and stuff, and all the dogs and stuff just run upstairs and won't come back downstairs. I'm like, okay, they just know they're in trouble because they got into the garbage. My kitty! Ow! Hold on. Come on! Come on in! Be nice to the bun. Be nice to the bun. Or ignore the bun. It's up to you. But be nice to the bun. Anyway, so all the dogs and stuff are like upstairs and they won't come downstairs and whatever. And I'm like, okay, it's just because they know that they're in trouble. And so I'm just vacuuming, and then the vacuum stops, and like, cause like, I don't know, like the power went out of that outlet, so I'm like, okay, that's weird. So I start trying to pick everything up by hand, and I look up, and they're like in the window, there's just this white face, just like not like, okay, that person needs to tan, I mean like white, like the color of my door, just white face, and like big black eyes, and just like staring at me, and I was like frozen in fear, and I was just like, and I couldn't see any body or anything. It was like 6 feet up, like a very tall person. I'm also short, but it's a very tall person. I couldn't see a body or anything. All I could see was the face just like staring at me in like one of the squares of the window. Okay, and I like pretty much grabbed my vacuum and hightailed it back to my house, and then like I didn't tell my mom or anything because I was like, she's just gonna think I'm stupid or crazy, and like I don't want to hear her just like being like, okay, that didn't happen. So I refused to go back over, and I kind of made my mom finish house sitting until I got home like 2 days later. I would go over in the daytime, but like for as little amount of time as possible, but I wouldn't go back over after dark. And I haven't been back since. So that's that story. Oh, and by the way, that one room that, like I said, like they said, like don't go in it and stuff. I couldn't find the cat one day, so I went in it, and there were like pentagrams everywhere. And I'm not saying that anything had happened in there, but the cat was actually in there though, so it's fine. And like, I don't know if it was just like because like the daughter thought it was cool looking or whatever, or if like something actually happened. I don't know. But it sketched me out pretty good. Pretty jolly right sketched out. So that's that story, I guess. And I'm gonna go ahead and go. Please feel free to comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know if you guys have any questions or anything that you want me to talk about next. This kind of goes along with the same request on my last video that I did. So I'm gonna go ahead and upload this because it's my little like story, I guess. Don't go to my neighbor's house. Yeah, so I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching.